welcome to In Conversation With, my little chat show where I introduce you to a member of my community, someone in the direct selling world, network marketing world, or somebody with an expertise that I think is going to help you. And we have a chat. And today we have the lovely Lizzie. Hello,
Hello.
Lizzie.
Hello.
This is Lizzie Shaw. It's Elizabeth White on the screen today.
Oh, sorry.
Confuse me all the time with that, Lizzie.
That's the name predates the marriage. Sorry.
Oh,
It's definitely
I see, I see. So, Lizzie, would you like to introduce yourself, tell people who you are and what you do?
Of course. I'm Lizzie. I am a ambassador with Unique, and I'm a stay-at-home mum to three kids, three and under. I've also got pets and stuff, but to be honest, those two things take up my time.
I bet they do. And it's not just three and under, you've got a tiny one as well at the moment, haven't you?
Yeah, she's 9 months and she is finally asleep about an hour late. So we'll see how long this lasts.
So we might be getting up in the middle of this to,
Yeah,
to
we
go
might have an
and
addition. Who knows?
well, we'll play it by ear. Do you know what? I think this is the joy with the direct selling industry. We can work around stuff like this, can't we?
Yeah, it's perfect for that. It really
Yeah.
is. Actually, a lot of the time, the kids can get involved to some extent, depending on how much you want them to be involved as well, which is even better.
Oh yeah. Yeah. And as they get older, they can become even more helpful.
Yeah, well, Molly's come to a couple of events with me, like in-person events, which will probably get more difficult for a while before they get easier with her, but I'll try.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely. So tell me then, and tell everybody out there, why did you start in direct sales?
So I expect, like many, I had worked for quite a long time, about 20 years actually, to build up a career and a profession that was my life basically. And it was everything about me. It was completely my identity, my social life, my work life, my home life, everything
What did you
about.
do?
I was a lawyer.
Oh,
So
wow.
married to a lawyer. I socialized with lawyers. I worked with lawyers. Everything was lawyers. And I later in life decided I want to have kids. So I got pregnant. And then suddenly one day you just go into work and you say, I'm having kids, I've got to stop. You go home and you don't have the work anymore. You have the friends and the social life, but eventually your joint interests sort of stop because they're all talking about things at work that you've got no idea about because all you do all day is change nappies and deal with pukey children and all that sort of stuff. And after a while, you're stuck at home, you start to sort of get a bit frustrated. Your brain wants to keep going and doing stuff, but you don't have the time or the hands or the ability to get out of the house a lot of the time. I had my first kids were twins, so it was quite hard to get out of the house for a while. Um, I needed something. I just needed something. And I kept seeing these people online doing this network marketing thing. And I followed a lady who did the body shop at home at the time. And I thought, you know what? I like a bit of the body shop. I can do that while I'm having a wee when I've got my hands free for 5 minutes, go online, do some things. So one day I joined, and it took me about, no joke, it took me about a week to tell anybody, even my husband, that I'd done it because I just suddenly had the fear of, oh my gosh, what's everyone going to say? What am I doing?
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
Um, and it took me longer than it should have done to get over it, if I'm honest. And it's still there a little bit. I imagine everybody has that. But what I liked about the idea of it was they all seem to be having such a good time, all the people like hanging out together, selling, these lovely products. And here I am walking up and down trying to get kids to sleep, changing nappies. I needed a bit of that in my life. And actually it was way more than I expected it was going to be. It was just transformed my life in ways that I couldn't have imagined when I started.
In
So,
what way?
well, the friendships, first of all, the
Yeah.
friendships. The people that I met there, obviously people will know that the body shop at home um shut down is I guess
Yeah.
and I'm now with Unique, and so are some of the other people I was there with, but a lot of the others went to other places, and we're still good friends. We are, I imagine, lifelong friends, actually.
Yeah.
We did things together with the body shop. A lot of the people, there's a lady that I talk to every single day. I've only met her once in person. We talk
Give her a
every,
shout out. Who's that?
that's Claire. Claire Parker, if you're watching, hello. We talk every single day, no matter what. And we've both of us have had a lot going on in the last 18 months. And we've been there for each other, even though we've only ever met once. And we keep trying to meet up, and we've both got kids and we're opposite ends of the country. But friendships and experiences and opportunities, going places, doing things, meeting people. Before Body Shop shut down, I earned a trip to go to the headquarters for a weekend. I did that. Since being with Unique, I've been to Berlin, I've been to Wolverhampton doesn't quite have the same ring to it.
Hey!
Oh, sorry. Um, and Molly's been to both those trips with me. It's just the opportunities are amazing. And I think it's really important you pick a company where you really love what you do and the products that you sell. And that makes it a lot easier. But it has really transformed my life and helped me get through motherhood. It's made me a better mother. I can't praise it enough, to be honest.
That's amazing. That's amazing. So I joined for a very similar reason. I kind of lost that identity. I'd never had a career or anything. I became a mum and just lost me. So
Yep.
yeah, very similar. And it
That is what
does. And
happened.
I think so many people forget that this is what it can do for people. Some people, they're talking about the money all the time and the promotions and, you know, hustle, hustle, hustle. But actually, for so many of us out there, it's about the community and the fun and the social and going to these events and meeting people and the connections.
Yeah, and you never know who you're going to meet or where they're from or what they do or what they could bring to you. It's amazing the people that I've met. But I mean, the money's not unimportant.
No,
Um,
no.
I just, when you stop working, you stop having that income come in. Suddenly you realize that actually you have to go and ask someone else every time you want to go and have a coffee or go and do something else. And I didn't like that. So if I could earn enough to go and buy myself a Starbucks when I wanted it, or a Costa or another coffee brand, um, then that was great. That was really all I wanted, so that I could just go, right, I paid for that today.
So what changed then? Taking you from, oh, I just want to go and buy my own coffees to where you are now. What happened?
I really enjoyed it basically. I am really, I think probably a bit like you actually in this sense. I am competition driven.
Hmm.
So I either with myself or with other people, I like to set myself a everything's a challenge. Everything is a competition. Can I get the kids dressed quick enough to get out of the house and in the car even though we're late and be there on time? Of course I can. Can I get onto this trip? Of course I can. And so that happened. But I think along with that, the fear of what people will think lived with me for a long time. In fact, probably all through
Mm.
my body shop time. And I felt like when I joined Unique and started again, I felt like actually it was a good opportunity to start again. And so I had a bit of a mindset shift that's been happening over the last year, I would say. A lot of it, you've helped me with a lot of it. A lot of it has been a lot of sort of internal work. The fear of what people will say when they see you go on. I was a lawyer for years and now I come on and I do little foundation videos or mascara
Yeah.
videos. I can see that people will be like, what? But I just decided, I think you challenged me actually one day to go live on my profile because I have
Yes.
a group and I'm happy to go live in my little group where it's private and nobody can see me unless I've let them in. But go live on my profile was a thing that I knew I needed to do because it would help spread the word, help me do more different things on there. You said to do it and you gave me a week. And I remember like the day before the week ended, I was like, right, I've got to do it now because I'm not going back to Anna and saying I haven't done it. So I sat down and I just hit live before I could do anything about it. And I think I sat and had a glass of wine and chatted. And I tried to get the wine bottle open. It's been a busy day with the kids. I was trying to get the wine bottle open. I couldn't get the cork out and it was a complete disaster. But I made fun of it, did the live, got off. About 3 days later, I realized that nothing bad had happened. Like nobody had died. Nobody had messaged me going, "What are you doing? Oh my gosh, what's that about? Who do you think you are?" Nobody had said anything to me, actually. A couple of people had messaged and said hi. A couple of people messaged me going, "That was hilarious." I mean, it was. And everything was fine. So then I realized that actually I wasn't the center of everyone's universe. Nobody was watching. We sat there online waiting for me to do something silly so they could talk about me. Actually, everyone was just going about their life. Um, and now I get messages from people saying, "Oh my gosh, I love what you're doing. I love your business. Can I buy this? Can I buy that?" And I've realized that the people that I was scared of are actually now the ones messaging me saying, "Oh, that's great." And I can see the difference in you. You like you're doing a lot better, or you look a lot happier, more confident. So I think it's been a
These are
gradual,
people from your lawyer days.
a bit of both. People
Yeah.
from that and just people that I knew. In fact, this is a funny story. When I was with the Body Shop, I had my private group and I was doing like a face mask live demo, and a relative of a friend of mine joined the live, and I remember thinking, like, no, I didn't freeze up. I'd like to think I was cool externally, but internally, I was like, I ended that live. I can't remember what I said. I said, "Oh, I'm sure I can hear a kid. Gotta go." Ended the live and got off and was mortified for about 3 days. Anyway, 2 weeks ago, she messaged me going, "Oh my gosh, I love your new business. Can I buy this, that, and the other?" And I just thought that's just all in my head, isn't it? It is just all in my head. So yeah, I
We're
think
so weird, aren't we?
it's been a bit of work to go from what was a distraction to a hobby to a business. But I think if anybody is thinking about it or is worried about those sorts of things, the worry is far worse than what happens.
Oh yeah,
It's never as bad.
yeah. It really is. And I remember being the same. I was so worried about showing up with my business in front of people who weren't connected to my business. Like people from the past, family members who they're never going to buy what I've got. Those people. And I was just the same. And I think it happens to so many of us. We often see, where we are now. So me and you, where we are now, we're quite confident at going live. We're confident at speaking to people. And the people who are new in this world or not where we are think that they're inferior because they're not where we are, but they forget that we were once where they are now, sorry, and we've grown from there so that it's possible. I mean, I used to get it all the time, and I don't know whether you do. Oh, it's all right for you because you look great on
Yes.
camera. It's all right for you because you know how to put your makeup on. It's all right for you because you've got whatever skill, whatever confidence. I haven't got that. I can't do that. That
It's all
was
right for you
us.
'cause you can go live. Well, I couldn't. It took
Yeah.
a long time to go live. And now you just do it one day and then you realize it's not that bad and you do it again and it gets easier.
Yeah.
And even
Yeah,
once you've done
absolutely.
that, like the sharing of the reels, my reels, I think I'm still working on them, but they get better. They do more because I'm less embarrassed about, oh, I can't show that or I can't show this. There are some things I wouldn't show, like I wouldn't show myself getting changed, obviously. Why would anybody want to see that?
Yeah,
But
and you're right.
you've got to do it, and actually nothing changes unless you change something.
Yeah. What is it? Nothing changes if nothing changes.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, and I think with Facebook now and other social media platforms, it is so much about working out what works for you, what people are seeing, what people like, that you've got to experiment a bit.
Yeah, very much so. Because what we were doing even at, Christmas, middle of last year, is not working anymore on social media. Yeah, things have to change. So, finding those things that do work for you and what gets you interaction and what gets you sales and new recruits and the rest of it through your socials. Yeah, it has to be tweaked, definitely.
Mm.
Yeah, test and tweak, test and tweak. Yeah. So throughout your time with the Body Shop and with Unique now, I've seen some of your recognition that you've been getting. You've been doing so well.
Oh, thank you. I love
What
recognition. That is I don't say my love language, but it sort of is.
your driver?
Yeah, it is. I
Yeah.
love it. And I get embarrassed about it at the same time. I'm like, don't mention it, but do mention it.
Yeah. And do you know what? That's a confidence thing as well, and that disappears with time.
Oh, really? I don't know if that's
Yeah,
a
yeah.
good thing or not.
Yeah,
Anyway,
you feel it every now and again in certain situations, depending on who you're with, but actually it does listen.
okay.
Yeah, it just becomes a thing. It just.
I'd like one day to be able to sort of say, be like, yeah, I did good. But actually, at the moment, I'm still in that. Okay, thanks.
Yeah, you'll get there. You'll get there. I'll not
See.
ask you to shout about it then.
No, don't, because I'll just get embarrassed.
But
I'll
tell
just
us
go.
about Berlin. What was Berlin all about?
Oh, so Berlin was our annual convention, we call it, not conference. It was Body Shop at
Yeah.
Home called a conference. We call it convention. And it was actually 4 days of sort of trainings and learnings and recognition and partying. I had the baby with me though, so I missed the parties, which was a bit of a disappointment, but fine. I got to go, which was amazing she was at the time 5 months. So getting to go at all was amazing. And actually, they had, which was something I hadn't experienced before, like a mother's room. Because
Wow.
conventions are quite often in a big hall.
Yeah.
If you've never been to one, there it's a buzz like nothing else.
Yeah.
But it's normally a massive hall. It's very loud. It's quite often a lot of flashing lights and clapping and cheering and all the
Yeah.
things. They had a
Not
mother,
somewhere you take a baby.
not ideal. No, I did get her those little earmuffs. She looked super cute. Um,
Oh,
but they had a mother's room with a big screen and sofas and all that stuff. So it worked out really well. Um, and yeah, we just did a lot of learning and training, and there's always new products and all that sort of stuff. So if you are with a network marketing company and they have a convention, conference, what else do they call them?
Oh, all sorts of festivals,
Whatever it is,
world tours.
world
Yeah.
tours, yeah, and you've never been, I highly recommend going if you can, if it's
Yeah.
financially viable, because they're always an amazing experience. You meet people, the people you meet from the company will be people that can help you in lots of different ways. The other consultants, ambassadors, representatives, partners, whatever we're calling them, meeting them is invaluable as well. So I
Mm,
highly recommend, not only because it's great fun, I love going to stuff like that, but also the experience and the connections you make are amazing.
yeah. And what you come away with to build your business.
Oh, the tools you come away with and the ideas and the sort of, I hate that fire in your belly phrase, but the
Yeah.
fire in your belly.
Yeah. Inspiration and the motivation
Can't
to
get
go
it
out and
anywhere else,
actually
really.
smash it. Yeah. Yeah, they are something. I remember my first one way, way back when, going and knowing nobody. I think my upline, the person who brought me into the company was there, but I'd only met her a couple of times, so I didn't really know her very well. And I remember going and sitting in this big room with 2,500 people, thinking, "Good grief, what have I let myself in for?" But coming away knowing exactly what I wanted to do. I remember seeing a lady on the stage, and I've spoken to her about this as well, and I've told her in person, she was the person that made me go big. And I remember seeing her receiving her recognition for hitting the top of the company. And she got a diamond bracelet on the stage and a bottle of bubbly and like the confetti. And I was like, I want that. That's what I want. Because I'm very driven by recognition, just like you. I was like, I want that. How do I get that? And just looked at the program, the like the plan of all the things that you have to do to get up the chain. I was like, yeah, I'm doing this. I'm doing it. And
Did it take
well,
you?
yeah,
How
yeah.
long, how long did it take you to get there with your diamond bracelet?
8 years.
That's good.
So,
Wow.
it was up and down and it took time and it
Yes.
wasn't an instant thing. And it's the consistency. I knew what I needed to do. I needed to do that first thing, and then I needed to do the next thing, and then the next thing. And yeah, smashed it. But had I not been going back to the conferences every year and keeping inspired and watching other people's successes and getting the recognition along the way, I don't think I'd have done it.
It's
I
so
think
weird
I'd have
that
given
going
up.
and doing something like that is good for your business because it doesn't seem like it, but it's so good for your business, I think.
Yeah. Yeah, I would have just plodded along, selling some little bits and pieces, enjoying life, because, it was fun back in the day doing it as a hobby, but that was what made me treat it like a business and actually go for the stuff. Yeah. Conferences, amazing.
Yeah, I love them.
Yeah. Yeah. So what's your next big thing that you want from your business?
I am, I mean, I'd like to promote. That's my next goal
Yeah.
is to promote. I mean, that's a constant goal until you get to the
Oh, all
top
the way up.
anymore. So
Well,
that's going to
actually, do you know
be,
what? You can get up there and you still want to promote. You just want other people to promote.
yeah,
You
that's
see
true.
the joy in helping other people get where you've got.
Yeah, so I'd like to do that, and I'd like to help someone in my downline promote as well. That would be
Yeah,
nice. But yeah, I just like sharing, and thinking about this morning before I came on with you. I was thinking about what it has done for me, and it just reminded me that it can do that for so many other people.
yeah,
And whether it's with me or with someone else or something completely different, helping people do that, especially when motherhood is overwhelming, quite frankly, when you come into it. And it's literally
yeah,
one day you're not and the next you are. And it is, nobody really prepares you for that. They say, oh, it's quite a lot, but nobody really prepares you for that. And I think this is the thing that's actually got me through, funnily enough. And if I can help other people with that by helping them on their way in some way, then that's
mm,
amazing.
yeah. Oh, I love that, Lizzie.
Get me all, it's going to get me emotional. But yeah, honestly, I can't tell you what network marketing has done for me. And I don't want to say my mental health because I'm luckily at touch wood, not somebody that has suffered in that regard, but I can see totally how that can become overwhelming if you do
Mm.
becoming a mother and all of that. So it is the thing that's got me through. It's made me a better mother, and I'm so grateful for it.
Oh, that's so lovely. Thank you so much for sharing. That's a great
No
point to
problem.
end on. So, would you tell everybody where they can find you if they want to go and follow you in your antics on social media? Where can they find you?
So I am Lizzie Shaw on Facebook, Shaw not White. Um,
Yes.
And I have something called Lizzie's Beauty Bar, which is where I run my business from. And I'm also on TikTok and Insta, but you can find those links on my Facebook page, to be honest. That's probably the easiest way.
Yeah, yeah,
Facebook is my
brilliant.
main home, I would say.
I
I'm
will
a
put the links underneath anyway so people can
90s
click.
child. We're all wedded to Facebook, aren't we still?
Yes, yes, definitely. I'm starting to move into Instagram now. I'm getting there. I've seen you on there quite a bit as well.
Yeah, I do. I try, but Instagram and Facebook's where my home is.
Yeah, love it. Thank you so much, Lizzie. I
Oh,
will see
yeah.
you soon. And thanks for watching, everybody, and listening. Bye.
Bye.